Traders War Room wants to thank you, the viewer, for coming along with us on this journey. Please check out the description tab as it has an overview of content on the channel and some links for resources and online brokerage. Thank you. What is up, team? Chuck with Traders War Room, and I'm back at you with another video. Listen, this is your Sunday Motivator, and I am here to pump you up and get you ready for the stock market tomorrow, okay? Monday, this next week is going to be nuts, and we're going to talk about it all in this video, and I hope you guys stay tuned for the whole video because you're not going to want to miss it. But what I need you to do right now is like, share, and subscribe. Come with us on this journey. Join us on the team and the community, okay? Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Discord, some sort of social media platform out there for you, and I need your support. As always, if you're ready, follow me and let's go to war. Traders War Room wants to remind you, the viewer, that this is for education and entertainment purposes. You are responsible for every move and decision you make within the stock market. Tread cautiously and be careful, but have fun and go to war. All right, team. Hey, so welcome back. Listen, what do we got in store for you today? We're going to talk about earnings, okay? And we're going to talk about the big things that are coming. Listen, this next week should be crazy because a lot of the earnings are coming, and a lot of the big, large cap ones are going to have earnings, and they are the ones that make the stock market move up and down depending on how they move, okay? So let's get into some of the earnings to expect, and then we're going to talk about some of the charts and see where we see how this week's going to go. So let's get at it. All right, and look at it. There it is, man. Next week's earnings report. If this isn't a picture perfect to make the stock market go boom, I don't know what is, okay? All these large caps that we all trade day in and day out, man, they're all hitting. You got Tesla, we're talking about Alphabet, Visa, Macintosh, McDonald's, Neo. I mean, the list just goes on and on. So this is definitely going to make the market jump one way or the other. Hopefully we're going up, but be prepared for sharp spikes down and sharp spikes up, and make sure you secure your portfolio and make that money. Let's talk about a few of the stocks that I'm interested in that may not be the trendy ones that everyone's looking at. So while we could talk about all sorts of different stocks during this earnings call, I wanted to talk about some that probably are slipping through people's radars and they're not really talking about it too much. First one we're going to talk about is BP. I want you to notice how it's been trading sideways in between that high 25.54 and that low 23.95, okay? Now, it's sitting at 24.52, and what I'm looking for and what I expect on its way reaching up until earnings is that it's going to test 24.82, and then it'll probably spike up. And that's where I want to get in, is at the bell early if I'm doing a call, and I want to get in early, and I'm going to wait for that spike, and hopefully if it gets past 24.82, it'll soar past 25.54 just a little bit. I'm not expecting too much, but then once it gets up to that point, I'm going to be looking to sell because I don't think it's going to hold that, and I think it'll be a quick descending back down after that, and I don't see this going really bullish into earnings and after earnings. Now, one I'm really looking forward to is CROX. Now, one of the main reasons is because me being a healthcare professional, I know that healthcare professionals right now, especially with the COVID pandemic, are being hit hard, and they are working a lot, and a lot of them are working, and they've pulled some people back out of retirement that's on leave, and they've pulled them all sorts of places. Healthcare professionals, especially nurses, love these CROX, okay? And as you can see, coming into the end of the last week, these guys were booming, all right? Now, I don't know if this is into earnings or not, but I'm expecting this to continue going up. Probably a pullback at the bell, but I'm expecting this to test that 82.11, be rejected, and then continue up 84.15, hopefully past its previous high of 86.40. We'll see, but I'm looking bullish on this because I think these guys are going to do outstanding on their earnings. Now, this one's kind of a sleeping giant, I think, and it's pretty much at the bottom right now currently, and I think that this is going to go up into earnings. Now, I don't know how well this will do in earnings, but you know, the healthcare industry has been doing fairly well during this whole COVID pandemic. TEVA used to be a holding that Warren Buffett had. I don't know if he still has or not, but he was really bullish on this long term. I see this test in 1040, and if it can beat that, then it's going to go past 1078, and I see it going towards 1170. But that's if it tests 1040 and it doesn't get rejected. I think coming into earnings, this has a good case to at least go somewhere between 1078 and 1170. So it could be a very quick ride it up and sell out with a decent sized profit. And the calls on this are not priced too unrealistic, and they're actually pretty reasonable. So check them out. Now this one I see has two very real possibilities. No secret that Surrey hasn't been doing as well as some of the other ones, Spotify, Pandora, and some other online music places. But as you see, they've been riding an uptrend for a while and been consolidating and continue to get higher and higher, okay? So they're at pretty much their peak right now, and I expect them to test 634, and if they can hold that, then they're going to jump past their last high of 643, hopefully on their way to $7. But if they can't beat and maintain that 634, their next stop is down at 618. So depending on how this does coming out the bell, I might be looking for a put on this one. But again, this will be a ride it once I'm in profit. I'm not messing around with these earning calls. Once I'm in profit, I'm cash out and securing that portfolio quick. Second to last one I'm going to talk about, XOM. Okay, this is our energy play. XOM has been doing fairly well. It took a beating early on, but it's been coming back pretty strong. It's been consolidating, as you see, in between 58.05 and 54.56. I think if it can go up to 56.64, test that, and hold really well support, I think it pushes past 58.05 onto a run towards $60 into earnings. Now, I don't expect this to hold this at earnings. I expect people to take profits and this to decline into earnings like day before and then after earnings, but riding it up, that's my plan. So we'll look for this to rise past 58.05 on its way to $60. Last one, and probably one of the more higher percentage of movement expected, is Pinterest. Now listen, during the pandemic, people have been using Pinterest like crazy, okay? And they've noticed that as one of the social media platforms, Pinterest is really one that people enjoy and they actually go there to learn something. And so this one is becoming more and more popular. I'm seeing this coming out the gate towards earnings, and I think it's going to roll all the way up to 85.23 and surpass it before taking a cool-off period and coming back down. So this presents a great opportunity to get in and make a really nice profit if it works out correctly. If it can't get any higher than currently is, then its next stop is to test that 69.97 area, which I think it'll bounce off and then continue back up to its current level on its way to $80.
All right, team, hey, I hope that made sense. I hope we got a game plan going in tomorrow, okay? Remember, we don't want to get into the stock market, especially when it's going to be crazy volatile, without a game plan, okay? That's a recipe for disaster, and we need one. I have a game plan every time I get into the stock market. You need to have one as well. If you're not doing it, you're doing yourself a disservice, and you're not going to get your potential in strike point as good as it can be, okay? Remember, we're always trying to be better today than we were yesterday, and part of that is entry, exit, and having a strategic plan to go attack, destroy, and conquer the market, all right? Now, listen, I gave you on Friday the U I Buy one, so let's see who won and see what stock I'm going to buy tomorrow morning at the stock market when it dips to a point that I think is a great entry point. So let's check out the winner. Let's get it.
All right, there was the list, the U I Buy. Those were the 5 stocks. And our winning stock this week is NMTR, 9 Meters Biopharm. And let's take a look at this stock. All right, currently it's sitting at $1.16. I'm expecting it to come out at the bell, dip a little bit, where I plan on buying in. And then I think we're going to start seeing it making higher highs and higher lows on its way up over long term. Now, it'll probably sit in between the $1.40 and the $1.21 and do some consolidating and bouncing up and down but I think this will continue to make some moves because this industry, the pharmaceutical medical research, have been getting beat up lately, and I think they're starting to see a reversal where they're going to make slow progress back to some highs, and I would love to see this hit $2 and beyond, but we probably got weeks to months before it's going to get back to that level. But I like this stock. I'm glad you guys picked this. I'm looking forward to getting into it. So let's get it and go to war.
All right, team. So, hey, there you have it. That's the stock I'm going to get tomorrow morning at a time that I think is a great entry point. And we're talking about the earnings next week. So next week, this market should go nuts, okay, this coming week. And I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you are as well. Listen, at Traders War, when we look at the stock market like it's a war zone, okay, the stocks and sectors, those are our battles, all right? We do it together as a team, okay? We're reconning, surveying, and we're looking for the best opportunity to strike, attack, and destroy the stock market. We can't do it by ourselves. We're in this for each other, shared learning, and we're truly cultivating and fostering an environment of trust, one that builds us to be better prepared today than we were yesterday, and that's the ultimate goal. I say this all the time, and I truly mean it. If you're ready, follow me, and let's go to war.